Many Catholics mistakenly say, well, it doesn't matter if a priest is gay or not as long as he's celibate. Yes, it does matter. This is why the Church has always had, and even continues to this day, to have an official prohibition on homosexuals in the priesthood. It's just that the prohibition has simply been ignored by various bishops as they are admitting gay men to the seminaries and ordaining many of them a few years later. And what's the problem exactly? Well, as the Catechism of the Catholic Church teaches, but is the most politically incorrect thing to say, quote, this inclination, which is objectively disordered. That's from paragraph 2358. And it makes a distinction, the Catechism, between the acts, which it says are intrinsically disordered, and again, the inclination, which is objectively disordered. The Church sees and has seen for centuries the connection between homosexuality and a man's inability to function as a priest. The fact remains that many men in the priesthood who are homosexual are, according to many experts, still grappling with their own psychosexual drama, and this is a huge problem for them in dealing with the faithful. Their personal drama is played out against the role of priest, and the faithful are often led into error or confusion when they seek counsel or confession or hear homilies or hear about the catechism from such a priest. To be certain, there are many issues in the personal lives of heterosexual men who are priests that might cause the same results as regard the faithful, such as love of money or alcohol. But alcoholic priests have not formed a collective whereby they promote their own, nor have avaricious priests. At the Last Supper, Satan presented himself to our blessed Lord and demanded that he hand over the apostles so that he could sift them like wheat. Satan has been after the priesthood since the night it was instituted in the upper room. If you want to know the real reason the church is in such disrepair, it is because Satan has been able to use this issue to pervert large swaths of the clerical crowd to the detriment of the sheep. The homosexual bishops who recruit, ordain, and promote homosexual men in the priesthood had better have the humility to admit they are being used by Satan to slaughter the sheep, and the weapon he is using is their own psychological drama and torment. Such men need to publicly admit what they have done and resign their office, or they greatly risk eternal damnation. We faithful Catholics need to pray earnestly for them. Until this evil is eradicated from the clergy, nothing will change. You can bring in all the feel-good rock band Church of Nice evangelization you want. The poison will remain and stifle everything, as it has done. You don't fight evil by setting up an alternative to it. You fight evil by defeating it. God love you. I'm Michael Voris.